Hey, what's good, everyone? It's South Show Post. How you're doing? And welcome to another episode of Chatterbox, guys. Sorry I'm late today. 1 hour late today. You know what? Better late than ever, isn't it? Sorry, guys. Thank you so much for being patient and joining me today. Really appreciate it, guys. Had a very busy day, incredibly busy day today. Just rushed home, got home, and thought, you know what? I need to do the Ipswich Town preview. Absolutely. That's why we're here, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and smash a like if you're new. Oh, subscribe if you're new and smash a like on the video. Perfect, guys. Perfect. I'll get there in the end. Really good to have you guys on board, guys. Absolutely. Chelsea have won 2-1 against Leicester City away from home. And you know what? It puts extra pressure on Manchester United, doesn't it? Chelsea are obviously in the running for the top 4 positions, of course, guys. And we need to make sure that we catch them. They're one of our rivals. We need to make sure that they're dropping points. But you know what? They deserve to win today. They won well, 2-1. You know what? I feel like Leicester City were lucky not to go down to 10 men, but you know what? It is what it is at the end of the day. It is what it is. Guys, it is Ipswich Town tomorrow. There's a lot of excitement going around Manchester United at the moment, lots of enthusiasm, lots of positivity, but there's also a lot of pessimism as well, guys. There is also a lot of pessimism, and one thing we have to do is just breathe, because at the end of the day, we're breathing, guys. We just need to take it all in and make sure that, you know what, we are grounded. We're ready for the game tomorrow. Absolutely. Don't be surprised what will happen. Anything can happen tomorrow, do you know what I mean, in regards to the team selection and stuff like that. But now's not a time to be critical. Now's a time to say, okay, fine, it's early days. That's what it's going to be. It is what it is at the end of the day. How you doing, Sanjay? Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the stream. Thank you so much for joining me, my friend. Thank you very much. Really good to have you on board, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. Guys, let's get straight into it, shall we? I want to talk briefly about Ipswich Town. And I mean, the last time we played Ipswich Town at Portman Road was in 2002, a 1-0 win at Portman Road with Ruud van Nistelrooy getting the only goal. A game which was dominated by Manchester United, missed a number of chances. I vaguely remember the game, if I'm being totally honest with you. I do remember it. I'm that old, guys. I'm that old. I do remember 2002. I do remember the game vaguely. And you know what? Man United winning 1-0 in 2001, 2002, of course, guys, which wasn't a great season for Man United. Of course, we didn't win the league. It was Arsenal who won the league in 2002, of course. But we did come back in 2003 and win the league, of course, if those who remember, those of a certain age can remember, of course, guys. But you know what? Ipswich Town, Portman Road, you know what? Lots of history there. I mean, I go back to Chris Kawamia days. You know, we've had some difficult times at Portman Road over the historical years. But you know what? It's a game that we shouldn't be losing. In reality, no matter what side we put out tomorrow, we should be trying to win that game. We should be winning that game if we're being totally honest, guys. Let's be real with ourselves. Of course, let's be real. Big up, Kazi. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you, pal. Good to see you. Good to have you back, my friend. Sorry, guys, I'm really late today. 1 hour late. And it's not like me, is it? It's not like me. Unfortunately, I was in the hospital, and you know what? I had to get things done. And sometimes waiting times a bit longer than usual. Absolutely. Do you know what I mean? But you know what? We're all good. I'm all good. And everything is all fine, guys. So thank you very much for being patient with me. Now, guys, what is my team selection? What is my team prediction? I hear you cry. What is the team prediction for tomorrow? Now, I'm going to get into this, guys. I'm going to go into this really real quickly in regards to the team, I think it could be, guys. Now, look, you know what? I predicted this team last week, okay? Last week, I predicted this team, okay? Now, look, I have changed my tone in regards to having watched Ruben Amorim's interview. He's openly said that the team that plays tomorrow will not be the final team, but he has to play a system that leads up to the main system, which basically means he's going to play a 5-2-2-1, basically. So he won't be playing like a basically wing back, so to speak. He'll be playing full backs on the left and the right. So this is the kind of team that I expected last week. But having saw Ruben Amorim's interview, his team is not ready for that formation. They're not going to dive straight into the complete formation, which that is what it is. He will end up playing wingers, stroke wing backs on the right and the left. But one thing we have to understand is that, you know, at the moment, we have to really be careful what we do. We can't just jump straight into that formation. And, you know, we have to gradually build up until we get to that formation. Now, other people have predicted the lineup. There are, you know, media outlets. This is the media team, of course. Mazruri, Garnacho, Ugarte, Casemiro, Fernandez, Ahmad, Hoyland, of course, are That is the team that the media have put. The Daily Mail, actually, the scum newspaper, of course they are. But that is the team that they picked, guys, in regards to the game. But you know what? I think this one is the most accurate I've seen so far, guys. This is the most accurate I've seen so far. Okay. Mazraoui, Garnacho, Fernandes, Rashford, Højlund, Martinez, De Ligt, Euro, Casemiro, Ugarte, Onana in goal, guys. That is my prediction for tomorrow. How do you feel about that? It's not what I would pick. It's not what I would pick, guys. Don't shoot the messenger. It's what I think will be the team. That is what I think will be the team. And my prediction has not changed. I still believe it will be Ipswich Town 2, Manchester United 4. I'm still pretty confident in that scoreline, guys. I'm really confident in that scoreline, if I'm being honest. How do you feel about the scoreline? What do you think the scoreline is going to be? I'm going for it, guys. I'm not gonna let it go with that scoreline. Absolutely not. It's going to be Manchester United winning 4-2. It's going to be an exciting game. Man United will dominate the game. It'll be about 3-0, 4-1, and then 4-2 at the end of the game. That is what I'm going for, guys. You know what? And as long as we win the game, that is all that matters, of course, guys. That's all that matters when tomorrow. Getting Ruben Amorim off to a fantastic start, a winning start, is all that matters, of course, guys. It's all that actually matters, of course. So read some of your comments, absolutely. So, yeah, you know what, guys? And you know what? One thing I would say is that we have to obviously believe in the manager. There's lots of positivity in regards to the interview. As I said earlier, there is a lot of positivity in regards to the interview, of course. Absolutely. 22 years out of the corner, I don't want to stay up and prove something. 20 out of the Premier League, I want to stay up and prove something. Absolutely. This is very important. Because you know what? They haven't played Man United for a very long time at Portland Road in particular. So, 2002. I mean, you're looking at nearly 23 years ago since we played Ipswich Town. Goodness me. 2002 is 23 years ago, guys. Come on. Madness, isn't it, when you think about it? But, we haven't played them since 2002. A 1-0 victory. Of course, guys, a 1-0 victory. Now, you know what? Hopefully that will look after itself. Hopefully Man United do win the game. We're moving into the Bodo Glimt game and the Everton games, etc., leading all the way up until December. We got a very difficult December, of course, guys. Etihad against Manchester City and Emirates against Arsenal. Two very, very tough games. We've also got Tottenham, the little matter of Tottenham, away from home as well. Let's not forget that as well. That is important. That's a tough game as well. Let's not obviously underestimate that game as well, guys. So these games coming up, in particular Ipswich tomorrow, should mark a very good start for Man United. But you know what Ipswich will do? They're going to be the party poopers. They're going to try and be the party poopers. They're going to be ready to be the first team to put a marker down against Ruben Amorim. But Ruben Amorim and his army and us, we are ready, guys. We should be ready. We should be ready for Ipswich Town tomorrow. We should be expecting the unexpected, the expected, whatever it is. We should be winning tomorrow, guys. Absolutely. I'm confident we will do that. Absolutely, guys. I'm confident. Definitely. Hater Long said today, Salam. Nah, not today, mate. I've had such a busy day today. Absolutely. I no Hater Long for me today. Unfortunately, no. I'm just going to sit down, relax today. It's been a mad day today. I've been everywhere, of course, guys. So you know what? I'm going to take it easy today and prepare myself for tomorrow's game, of course, guys, which is what matters the most, of course. Absolutely. That is what I care about, of course. Although it is a big game. I know it's a big game. Spurs against Man City. Don't be surprised if it's a draw. Although Spurs can be Spursy and Spurs can, do silly things like lose football matches, which they do quite a lot, of course, guys. This is the kind of thing they do, of course. But there we go, guys. Just a little shout out to this. I wanted to give a little shout out to our future and the conveyor belt of talent that is coming through the youth team at Manchester United, guys. Absolutely fantastic. Leeds United 0, Manchester United 8, Manchester United 3, Leeds United 0 today, of course, guys. Absolutely brilliant. Amir Ibrahimovic has scored. He made 3 assists, guys. 3 assists in 45 minutes. What a talent. Do you know, at the end of the day, we are moving, guys, in regards to this youth team. This is why it's important to be so enthusiastic about where we're going, of course, guys. Kalungi as well. He played in that game, of course, guys. So don't doubt he'll be involved tomorrow. He's only 16, of course. So, at the end of the day, we got a lot to look forward to, guys, in regards to the youth team. The conveyor belt of youngsters are coming through the team. It's brilliant. It's exciting. You know what? And we got a game tomorrow. you know, which is most important at the moment. But you know what? We always keep one eye on the youth team, and we always look at and they say, look, who's the next come through? And Amir Ibrahimovic is the player that, of course, could be the next one through. Absolutely fantastic, guys. Of course, we look at the fixtures coming up for obviously Ruben Amorim in Ipswich Town tomorrow, Bodo Glimt in Europa League, Everton, Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, Victoria Pilsen, Man City, Tottenham, Bournemouth, and Wolves, guys. So you know what? There is some tough games in there in the next month or so, isn't there? You know, we've got a lot of games to come, of course, you know, that are quite tricky. You know what I'm saying? Ipswich is going to be a win. Bodo Glimt is going to be a win. Everton is going to be a win. That's 3 games in a row that we have won, which leads us into the Arsenal game, which should give us good confidence and make us a little bit more relaxed against, obviously, Arsenal. Nottingham Forest is a win. Pilsen is a win. Man City away and Tottenham away. Those 2 games are difficult. Tottenham away is, of course, in the cup. We have Bournemouth at home and Wolves away. So, you know what? You look at that fixture list there. As long as we're winning the games we're supposed to be winning, that is all that matters, guys, for me. At the end of the day, it does matter against Arsenal. The Man City game does really matter. Of course it does. But as long as we're winning the bread and butter, we're winning the games that we're supposed to be winning, that's what's most important, in my opinion. Of course, guys, let me just read you out some score lines, of course, in regards to the league today, the fixtures today, guys. So far, it is Bournemouth 0, Brighton 1, Arsenal 0, Nottingham Forest 0, Aston Villa 0, Crystal Palace 1. My goodness me. Everton 0, Brentford 0, Fulham 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, guys, at the end. Wow. You know what? That scoreline at Villa Park is a good scoreline for Manchester United, guys. It is a good scoreline, no matter what people say. That is a good scoreline against, obviously, Aston Villa and Crystal Palace, of course, guys. Typo. Big up. Want to stay up? Absolutely. 9 points to play for. Absolutely. Lots of stuff to play for. Big up, Sid Cross. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you, Mad Advance, Sid. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Chelsea won. I know, mate. Chelsea won. You know what? We can't dwell on that. You know what? We have to look after ourselves, mate. You know, and that means winning tomorrow. Of course, we have to win the game tomorrow. That is what's most important for Manchester United going forward. What we can't control what Chelsea do. We can't control what Man City, Tottenham, all these teams do. Aston Villa are losing at home to Crystal Palace. That is a big one, of course, guys. That's a big one. Absolutely. 75 likes today. Amazing, guys. Amazing. I didn't reach 100, but 75 likes. Thank you, everyone who's been smashing the likes, of course, guys. Really important that we get the views up, the likes up. It's very important for the development of the channel. Good to have you back, my advanced Sid. There was a nutter on the stream yesterday. It weren't you. Definitely weren't you. I knew it weren't you, but he was a nutter. Absolute crazy, man. He was on the stream yesterday. A Liverpool fan, absolutely giving it large. So he had to be silenced. But you know what? Good to have you back, man. Advanced. Absolutely perfecto. Good to have the man back, of course, guys. But yeah, look, we can't control what happens in other games in regards to Tottenham, Liverpool, and all that. One thing we have to look after is ourselves. We have to look after ourselves, win our games. You know what? We're only 4 points from the top 4. Teams will drop points. Everton and Ipswich are must wins regardless. Win and win. That's it. Bodo Glimt is a must win regardless, of course, guys. Win and win. Absolutely. He's my best friend, Adsal. He's a troll. Yeah, he's got to be careful what he says, though, man. Advanced. He really does. You know what? Big respect to him as your best friend. You know what I mean? But, you know, he's got to be careful, mate. He's got to be careful. Absolutely. But you know what? I understand now. Let me know next time he's borrowed your account next time, Matt Advanced, then I'll know. Of course, I didn't have a clue about it. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely not. But you know what, guys? You know what? I'm confident. I'm happy. I'm excited for tomorrow. You know what? And we're going forward with a new dawn, a new day, a new life, isn't it? And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. You know, and catching the teams up is what we need to do, of course. Now, a lot of people, I posted a quote in regards to Ruben Amorim and his press conference yesterday. And I'm going to read it out for you guys. I'm going to read out the quote yesterday. A lot of people are getting it misconstrued. Basically, a lot of these people want to just bring a negative into anything. There are people out there who want to bring a negative, basically, out of everything. And some of them are Man United fans, unfortunately, but they want to bring a negative out of everything, of course, guys. But the main thing that was quoted as saying is, he said, basically, you believe in these players. Maybe some people here do not. But didn't these players sack Erik ten Hag? But isn't that the reason he's no longer at the club? Because the team was 13th and 14th. They couldn't play. They didn't play. They couldn't keep hold of the ball. Like you said, just then. So how can you say basically they failed so badly? How can you change things they play so badly? But it's a belief. Like the word you have, it's a belief. But what he did say in regards to that quote is that he goes, until they prove me wrong. Until they prove me wrong, I'm going to believe in them. I'm going to trust them until they prove me wrong. Guys, are these players going to prove Ruben Amorim wrong? You know what? Bets are on. Bets are on. What's going to happen? Who's going to fall at the first hurdle, guys? Who do you think will fall at the first hurdle? Who do you think? Absolutely. Kazi, karate kick that like button, then uppercut, subscribe. Thank you so much, Kazi, you legend. Thank you very much, my friend, for supporting the channel. As usual, legends in the chat, of course, guys. I know I'm late today. It's a different time today. So you know what? Some people haven't tuned in, but you know what? I love the people who come here, even when it's delayed, when you know what, and always here. And Kazi's been here since day one. You know what I mean? And been supporting, even on those watch-alongs, those dark and gloomy watch-alongs that we want. Arsenal won. Ah, man. I expect them to win that, though. Not in the Forest. Not in the Forest. Man. Yeah, we need them to drop points as well. I don't know what Arsenal are doing. Arsenal are going to get giddy now. They're going to win the league now, ain't they? That's what they're going to say. They're going to win the league. We're going to do this. We can do this. We can do this. That's what they're going to be like. That's Arsenal fans. That's what they do, don't they? Absolutely. As soon as they win one game, they go a little bit giddy, stuff like that. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? I mean, there is time in the game, of course, or not in the Force to get back in the game. But you know what? We do need a number of these teams to drop some points. And this is exactly what I've been saying. You know what? A lot of these teams have really regressed. You know what I mean? So regressed. I mean, back in the day, we used to rely on some teams to get us some results here and there, help us out a little bit. Amorim press and English is what he wanted from Erik ten Hag. Erik ten Hag, I don't think his English was bad. I mean, it was broken, but it wasn't as bad as people think. I just think generally he's just a little bit too clever with his words, too clever with these metaphors that he kept on saying, you know, these little clever little conundrums he used to give you, little riddles he used to give you here and there. When you just sometimes need to keep it simple, tell the truth, what needs to be done, where we are, where we not are, what's going on with this team, you know, what's going on with that player, etc., etc. Tell the truth. Be honest. You know what I mean? Don't give too much away, of course, guys. That's not how you do it. But just try and tell the truth and don't be smart with the media, because the media, they're out to get you in England. In England, the media will be out to get you. Don't forget, tomorrow we got Ipswich Town. And if it goes pear-shaped, anything is possible in the world, of course, guys. If it does go pear-shaped, you know what? They're going to be getting at Ruben Amorim straight away. So it's important. Ruben Amorim, he handles the media well. And I think he has. I think he has handled them extremely well. The two interviews, the presser and the interview, I think he's been absolutely brilliant. Gary Neville tried to catch Ruben Amorim out, obviously, yesterday as well in that interview, you know. And at the end of the day, you know what? Gary Neville's got to do what he's got to do to create a sort of narrative that fits the Sky Sports media narrative, of course, guys. So, you know what? I can't blame him too much, of course. Absolutely. Giddy. Big up, Kazi. We all giddy, mate. We have to be watching the UK Snooker Championship. I haven't watched snooker for a long time, guys. They don't really show snooker over here. The only thing I would say about snooker used to be like a relaxing, like, you know what? You know, you have whale noises and things like that. Absolutely. Remind me tomorrow. Yes, remind me tomorrow. Yeah, you know, you have whale noises and stuff like that. You know, that relaxing noise that you get when you're trying to fall asleep and relax. Snooker used to be that for me. I once met Ronnie O'Sullivan. He was a great gent. In Leighton, I met him at a celebrity football ground. Absolutely gent, of course. Come on, Ronnie. Sal, for the first time your channel got recommended was on the 10th of... the first time your channel got recommended. Mad Advance said, who did it get recommended to? I'd like to know that. How did it get recommended? August. Yeah, that was a big time. But guys, listen, I was coming out with the transfer news, left, right, and center. I was first with the news, guys. And you know what? The views were going mad. Everyone was going mad. You know one thing, yeah? People were telling me, you know what? I had the news first, guys. I had the news about Lenny Yoro, right? About the injury. And people were saying, no, it's media propaganda. You know, he's not injured for months. He's going to be back in a couple of weeks. What happened? Lo and behold. I'm still waiting for my apology, by the way. He was injured for months. Absolutely. You know what? Just listen to Uncle Sal. I will tell you how it is, especially in the summer, guys. Absolutely. But I got a lot of great things planned for this channel, guys. A lot of great guests are planned for this channel, journalists, including a big one, of course, guys. I've got coming very, very soon, inshallah, of course, guys. So I've got a lot of things coming up and a lot of exciting things going to happen with this channel, of course, guys. And you guys are going to be involved in it. Of course, I'll get all of you guys involved in it. And that's what it's all about. Family. And that's what I'm like, guys. Absolutely. That's what it's all about for me, not just about me, not just about views. Do you know what I mean? Yesterday, I wanted to show you the press conference. Obviously, copyright issues do that. Some people take risks. They show the press conference on there because they can't speak. They can't repeat. You know what I mean? They don't know how to do it. But at the end of the day, thank you, everyone who's been supporting me since August, since then. Mad Advanced, Kazi, all you lovely people, of course, have been supporting me. You know what? It's not a given. But you do make it all worthwhile. Of course, come on, Ronnie. Big up Ronnie O'Sullivan. Absolutely, absolutely. Shinizu Nakamura, comeback. Shinsuke Nakamura. Didn't he play for Celtic, wasn't it? Absolutely. Amarin was prepared for the interview. Like, absolutely. He was prepared. He absolutely was. You know what? Randomly got Rebecca to me when I was studying. Big up. That's good news. That's good news. That means the algorithms are working and the channel is getting around, of course. What if Lenny Euro played 10 more minutes without injury? Absolutely. You know what? Who knows? The butterfly effect, as we all know about the butterfly effect, we don't know what would have happened. Maybe Ruben Amorim, maybe Eric Ten Hag will still be in the job. Do you know what? But you know what? It's been so toxic over this last few months. I just can't wait to the new regime. I just can't wait to you know, we're winning matches again. That is what I care about at the end of the day. That is what it's all about. Of course, just in the WWE Star SmackDown. I was... I thought you were talking about the footballer, Nakamura. Absolutely, no problem. Yeah, Nakamura, Shinsuke Nakamura is back. My goodness me, WWE. WWE, of course, I mean, big up the WWE. Randy Orton, a pal of mine, guys. Absolutely, don't worry about that. Absolutely. Lillian Garcia, all them people. Yeah, I met them a number of times. Great people. Undertaker, great people. You know, one of the most nicest people I've met in the WWE? Triple H. What a legend. Absolute legend, mate. Brilliant person. John Cena, not though. John Cena is not a nice person. Trust me, it's not. Absolutely not. But one thing, you know what? Tomorrow, I know that, you know, people are talking about being happy, being friendly, being huggy, being nice to each other, of course, guys. But one thing I would say is that I don't care if they dislike each other. I don't care if they don't even talk to each other. All I care about is them winning. Of course, the famous story about Andy Cole and Teddy Sheringham that they didn't get on during the treble winning season. But look at them. What happened to them? It's not all about just your ego and you know, getting on with each other. It's also about, you know, I mean, a little bit of rivalry does work sometimes, of course. Big up GK, how you doing? I missed him. I miss him. Where is he, man? He's disappeared from our screens, guys, hasn't he? He's disappeared. The poor lad. He's gone. I don't know who blocked him. Someone blocked him, definitely. It might have been me, to be honest with you. Sorry, guys. But you know what? He needs to come back. He needs to make a comeback. I only gave him a timeout. Goodness me, he needs to make a comeback. Randy Orton injured 2 years. No, Randy. Yeah, he's got a knee problem, hasn't he? He's always had a knee problem, my friend. He's always had a knee problem. He's always had that throughout his career. He got it in wrestling. Where is... I don't know. I'm Mad Advanced. I know someone blocked him. It wasn't me. I don't block anyone. Absolutely not. But it wasn't me, but someone blocked him, put him on timeout, and I haven't seen him back since. We want Mr. Coot. We want Mr. Coot. Where is Mr. Coot? Come back, mate, and be polite this time. Absolutely. Because obviously, absolutely. Head injury, Sal. I thought it was to do with his knee. He's had a problem with his knee. That's why he always wears a knee brace. Yeah, absolute legend of a person. I got invited twice to the WWE Raw when we gave R-Truth a cigarette and stuff like that. And SmackDown, we were invited to a year later and met all of them. Fantastic people, man. Absolute brilliant people. Really, really enjoyed it, of course, guys. Of course, it did help that I had a role to play in the music and stuff like that. But you know what? That's another story, of course, guys. Another story. Big up Howard Finkel, of course. I met the guy and he, you know what, RIP to Howard Finkel and everything like that, of course, guys. But yeah, big up the WWE. But you know one thing? Tomorrow can't be no exhibition. Tomorrow is no entertainment. It's not sports entertainment tomorrow. We want entertainment, but the most important thing we want is wins, guys. Win. That's all we care about tomorrow. 1-0 off the backside, Portman Road, track the boys back to the Farmers League in the championship. Get out of here. Get out of here. That's what we want, of course. What's up? What's up? Big up, Dylan. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you back on the stream, my guy. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Sal, now, important question. Can you please talk about the Amarim appreciating Mason Mount and giving him 2 roles? He is now a favorite player. I am sure he is matching his intensity as well. Sid Craft, Mad Advance said, all I want is these players to succeed, my friend. All I want is these players to succeed. Good luck to Mason Mount. Good luck to Mason Mount. At the end of the day, we know what he's capable of. If he can produce it at Man United, where it's only good for Man United, isn't it? At the end of the day, the only player that he really praised was Mason Mount, wasn't he? He did say a number of indirects there in regards to some other players. But of course, proof is in the pudding. You know, as obviously Benny McCarthy said, some of those players perform well in training, but when it gets to the pitch, they don't perform. And he was bewildered as to why these players don't perform. What's going on? Why are these players not performing? It is a manipulation. Some of those players are liars. We hope that, you know what, players like Mason Mount can perform and can perform consistently, be fit consistently, because it's not our fault that we're doubting Mason Mount. It's not our fault that many people do doubt Mason Mount. The problem is that he hasn't played enough football matches. And when you don't play enough football matches, of course, you know what happens, isn't it? People are going to doubt you, of course, guys. And you know what? I hope he's seen the end of the injuries. But he did have the pelvis injury, of course, the pelvis operation, of course. And the pelvis operation does have a domino effect on different injuries. The medication is quite intense as well, so it can affect other parts of the body, of course, guys. Big up Dylan and everyone. Big up Madavant Sid for the great question, of course. Absolutely. Let's see what the scores are, guys. Fulham are winning 1-0 against Wolverhampton Wanderers, guys. Crystal Palace are still 1-up. Brighton are still 1-up. Of course, Chelsea won earlier by 2-1 against Leicester City. Madavant said, Sal, Mason will do us a favour if he performs well, because the number 7 is supposed to be the best player on and off the pitch, and United's Richard numbers absolutely, the aura if it holds is crazy. And one thing I would say, Madavant said, I felt like giving Mason Mount the number 7 shirt was one of the most stupid things to do. The reason why I say that, it's not that he doesn't deserve it and he shouldn't have it. Nothing sinister like that. The reason he did it is because it gives the player extra pressure. Because when you think about David Beckham, George Best, do you know what I mean? Eric Cantona, you know what I mean? You're talking about how many great, Cristiano Ronaldo, how many great players have worn that number 7 shirt, and it puts enormous pressure on the player who's wearing it. And I don't think we should have given it. Personally, that number 7 is a very, very important number in Manchester United's history. It is a very big number in Manchester United's history. And I feel like you should have to prove yourself before you wear that shirt. Obviously, under Murto and Arnold and Woodward and all these guys who, when we signed Mason Mount, they didn't really think about it. They weren't in touch with Manchester United, if we're being honest. Those guys, hopefully Ineos are more in touch with it. But then you look at it and maybe Mason Mount wanted that shirt. Maybe we can say, because we don't know 100%. But the only reason I say that in regards to Murto and Arnold and that is because basically they want to sell football shirts. And no one had the number 7 shirt. So they gave it to Mount so they could sell some shirts. Basically, that's just it. I really hope that Mason Mount becomes a great player for Manchester United. I really hope. My prayers are with him. My prayers are with all those players going into the next few games. I'm tired of the negativity. I want Man United to win football matches. That's all I want at the end of the day. And that's what I want going forward, of course. Hate or love it, he is our number 7. And he's going to stay. Yeah, he's going to stay number 7. You can't remove the number 7 if it's been contractually obliged to be number 7. Obviously, that would be in his contract that he is going to have the number 7, guys. So, you know what? Good luck to Mason Mount. You know what? He's got big shoulders to live up to. He's standing on the shoulders of giants, as I say. David Beckham, Cristiano Ronaldo, Eric Cantona, George Best. Who else? Who else you got there with that number 7? Dennis Law. Come on, guys. You know what? He's got a lot to live up to. Good luck. He's going to need it. Absolutely. Mason Mount and Armadillo looking, then go ahead. I hope so. But you know what? I don't think Bruno would be dropped out of the team. How do you feel, guys? Really interested to see the lineup tomorrow. It's going to be very, very exciting, guys, when we see the lineup, of course. Absolutely. Number 7 means nothing now. It does mean something. Under UK Darren, it means a lot. It means a lot. Just because other players have downplayed that number doesn't mean it doesn't mean anything. It still means a lot to Manchester United fans around the world. It means a lot, guys, because at the end of the day, that number 7 shirt holds is iconic, right? It's iconic. It means a lot now. That's why they gave it to Mason Mount, so they can give themselves shirts, because that is still the highest shirt seller, the number 7. Cantona, Dennis Law, George Best, Eric Cantona, David Beckham, Cristiano Ronaldo. We got to get our heritage back, guys. We got to get this back. We got to get it back to where we were, who we are. Get back that legacy. Our identity, which was that, of course, the number 7 shirt, of course. Absolutely. If you Google Mason Mount, it's going to be challenging to find out which photo of him wearing the United shirt expect to wear. I mean, I hope so, because I only see Chelsea shirts at the moment. I hope I start seeing more Man United shirts. I wish them nothing but the best. That's what I do with all the Man United players, of course. I wish them nothing but Beckham, absolutely, Kazi, the legend. Mason Mount, will get involved tomorrow, start with Martin. I mean, I don't know if Mason Mount will play. He hasn't played for months. I don't think he'll throw him straight into the deep end, if I'm being totally honest with you guys. Would Ruben Amorim throw Mason Mount in the deep end straight away without any football? Match fitness is important, guys. People, I mean, you could be fit, but match fitness is a different story. You can be fit, but you still need to be match fit, of course. Have Casemiro in the number 6 cover defense. Brilliant for us. He's been brilliant this season. Big up, Lucky Singh. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Don't forget Di Maria. Oh, yeah. That is when it started to go downhill. Di Maria, Memphis Depay, those sort of players, it started going downhill after that, didn't it? But don't take away the legacy of that number 7 shirt. It's the Arnolds and the Merters and the Woodwards who actually tarnished that shirt. But we will never forget that shirt. That shirt is still held in high regard at Manchester United. If you go to Old Trafford, the number 7 is everywhere. You will see it everywhere. Legends everywhere, guys. Of course. It doesn't. We don't do 1 to 11. It does matter, mate. It does. UK Darren, do your research. If you go to Old Trafford, bruv, I'll be honest with you, it's everywhere. The number 7 is still a very important shirt for Manchester United. Absolutely very important shirt. And Sal, I think never discount our legacy, who we are, of course. Sal, I think Højlund didn't improve number 9 shirt as well. I don't know why we gave him that shirt. A lot to prove yet. Scoring 20 goals means nothing. I'm a Højlund fan. We'll have to give him a chance, mate. This season, at the end of the season, we're going to have to also, weigh it up a little bit. We're going to have to weigh it up, to be honest with you, in regards to Rasmus Højlund. Let's see what he does at the end of the season. Let's make a judgment. He's still a young lad, guys. And he is young, obviously. Guys, we have to give him a chance. He was our top scorer in the Champions League last season for a period of time. But you know what? We'll have to wait and see, of course. I think Shaw and Matty will join after the second half. Luke Shaw is important for us going forward. We do need more left-sided footballers, but he hasn't played for ages. When is he going to play? Would you throw him into that game? You know what game I'm looking at, guys? I'm looking at the Bodo Glimt game. Bodo Glimt game is the game I'm looking at. That's the game I'm really excited to see. How you doing, Saifa? Good to see you, bro. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Rasmus Højlund needs service as well as having absolutely Lucky Singh. You said it as it is perfectly well, my friend. Service. You cannot expect to be scoring goals if you're getting no service, of course. Saifa, Sid, come on. That is such a bad take on Højlund. I'm a big fan of Rasmus, so I think he's going to be Look, let me tell you something about Gutierrez, right? Gutierrez was a reject at Brighton, right? Sent down to the Championship with Coventry City. Ended up going to Sporting Lisbon. Big move for him. Who turned him into a great player? It was Ruben Amorim turned him into a great player. I hope that Rasmus Højlund turns into a great player as well. I really do. And I think he will, guys. I really think he will. Absolutely. He's got the ability. Just need to be nurtured, of course, guys. Sal, the number 9 shirt holds more value football-wise, and number 10, Højlund. Not for Man United, it doesn't, mate. Not for Man United, it doesn't. The number 10 doesn't hold more value for Man United. It's the number 7 historically. You're talking about George Best here and stuff like that. Yeah, it doesn't. Not for Man United. Maybe in other football clubs, not for Man United. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not, guys. I firmly will say that. Guys, my advice to you, Mad Advanced, please do your research, mate. Please. Absolutely. Like I said, I believe, young man, I need more service. I believe, yeah, me too. Højlund does need more service. Absolutely agree. Absolutely want balls to him. Absolutely, I agree, Lucky Singh. That is exactly. Wolves 1, Fulham 1, guys. Wolves 1, Fulham 1. Yeah, well, it's a bit of a nothing game, that, isn't it? I want our team to give balls to Rasmus because he might have a big part to play. He will have a big part to play, guys. I'm absolutely certain about that. He will have a big part to play, guys. Absolutely. Lukaku's absolutely used to be our number 9, mate. Absolutely. So did Andy Cole, though, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? But you know what, Andy, Lukaku, look, if we look at the last 10 years, 11 years, Manchester United, last 10 years, 11 years, do you know what? It's been a myth, really, hasn't it? Let's be honest, guys. It's been a bit of a myth. We haven't really done well, have we? To be honest with you. So, you know what? Just delete that. We need the Men in Black. We need that thing in it to make us forget, forget. Our memories are gone for the last 11 years. We start on smart. We start tomorrow. Tomorrow, what it's all about, we're going to make our own history, guys. We're going to make our own legacy. That's what I care about. That's all I care about tomorrow, of course, guys, is making our own history, making our own legacy again and again. That's what we need to do, of course, guys. Mount provides more service to the striker than Bruno providing chances to Garnacho and Rashi. Fingers crossed, mind advanced. Fingers crossed. Let's hope so. Hopefully it works out for him. Number 7 is the holy shirt. It's cursed. Absolutely. We need to get the Mulvey or the priest or whoever it is to bless it again. Of course, absolutely. Lukaku was decent. Come on, Cypher. Lukaku was decent. He used to bounce off him. If he went to games, the ball used to bounce off him, mate. He used to bounce off him. He was all right in his first season, but he got too big. He got too chunky, too much timber on them bones, mate. And then he ended up, you know what I mean, like not performing too well and stuff like that. He was criticised a lot. So which team's expecting lineup is the most weighted for the Premier League? Man United. Man United. Man United all day long. I can't wait for the team selection tomorrow, guys. It's going to be exciting. But whoever plays. Look, Ruben Amorim said he's not going to change too much. The formation will change, but the players that he plays, usually he plays wingers as the wing backs kind of thing. He's not going to play that tomorrow. He will play Mazraoui. He'll play Dalot. Absolutely. I'm pretty certain about that, guys. That is what I think. Absolutely. Or Garnacho on the left with Mazraoui on the right. But Dalot obviously has a part to play because obviously Portuguese thing and flavour, of course, guys. And he is a very, very, very intense player, of course. A neutralizer. What do you mean, Kazi? What do you mean? Lukaku never got service either. I don't know, mate. I just saw. I've seen Lukaku close up, guys. I've seen him close up, and you know what? That guy used to let the ball bounce off him. He wasn't like he didn't used to cushion the ball. He didn't used to really cushion him. He misses a lot of great chances as well. Sancho created a lot for him. I think it was Sancho. He did, and he missed a lot. Eriksen midfielder, right winger. Don't mind starting Rasmus Højlund. Eriksen's too is not going to fit in the intensity of Ruben Amorim's team. I don't think so. Casemiro, Crucial, absolutely. I agree with that. Lucky Singh, absolutely. I think 2-1 win United. I'm at 99 goal. I'll take that all day long. I'll take that all day long, Mad Advanced. Absolutely take that all day long, my friend. Casemiro stays up. I hope so. I hope he's been playing well this season. Sal, will you make a public or sadness if Amorim's lineup is miles away? No, I don't care. I mean, I don't care, brother. I don't care if the lineup is miles away from me. All I care about, I'm not Mystic Meg. I'm not psychic. I'm not David Blaine. At the end of the day, all I can say is this, right? I care about Manchester United winning tomorrow. That's it. Zip it. I will be happily wrong until the end of the season if Man United win football matches, because that's all I care about at the end of the day. I'm no egotistical guy. I'm not like those other fan channels who just ego. I'm nothing like that, guys. For me, it's all about winning, and that's all I care about tomorrow. And Ruben Amorim getting off to a fantastic start. That's all I care about. MIB, that's it. The neutralizer, that's it. You got me. I never knew what the name was for it. Kazi, absolutely. We wish we can have that. Arsenal fans have that a lot. They forget a lot of things, of course. Big up. Mad Advance. Remember that match very well where Lukaku was crying about service when he got the service he missed. Mad Advantage. You're bringing back memories, bruv. You're bringing back memories. Hasaifa, what would have thought away to Ipswich with such a big game for us? No one, Hasaifa. No one. But you know what it's like in football. Football's a funny old game, as they say, isn't it? You know what I mean? Really funny game. You never know what's around the corner. Man United might win 10-0 tomorrow and break a new record. Who knows? Who knows? Absolutely. We don't know. It better be good, though, wouldn't it? Man United go out there and smack up Ipswich Town 6-0, 7-0. How would you feel about that? Absolutely. That will set a marker down, wouldn't it? I'm not expecting that, though. I'm saying 4-2, guys. That's the prediction for me. United to win 3-0. I'll take that, UK Darren. Darren, big up, my friend. I'll take that all day long. Of course, I'll take that all day long. We should work on pumping Ipswich. Pumping Ipswich. Absolutely, definitely. I mean, Ipswich, I'm sure they've got their own plumbers, but definitely, you know what? We should be pumping Ipswich. Absolutely, metaphorically speaking, of course. 2-4. That's my scoreline. Absolutely, like a sing. You see, great minds think alike. Great minds think alike. Like a sing. Absolutely, great mind. Villa 1, CP. Come on, guys. They got to do more. Absolutely. Kazi's my vidi printer. Arsenal are only 1-0 up still. Hopefully, Nottingham Forest can get back into it. Yeah, absolutely. Sal, 3 mistakes you don't want Amorim to make, which every time 3 mistakes. 3 mistakes? Let me tell you. Trust in players that down-tooled over 10 years, right? 1. Okay? That's what it is. Stick to your system and your philosophy. That's number 2. That's what I would say. And don't lie. Don't be smart. Don't be, try and make up silly metaphors and stuff like that in the press conference, which I'm sure he won't. But the most important one for me is don't trust players too easily. Look at the players who've been there for the last 10 years. Those same players, I said it in a press conference yesterday, that have sacked manager after manager after manager. We got to look at those players and hold those players accountable. Don't hold yourself accountable. Don't hold other players accountable. Play the players that deserve to play. That's another one, isn't it? Play the players that deserve to play based on form. Play the formation that is supposed to play, the players that are supposed to play based on form and based on merit. That's what I would say, of course. What is your 3 things, guys? What's your 3 things that you would say to Ruben Amorim if you could give him some advice today? Sal, have you seen the people demanding top 4 already, piling on the pressure? We got to be calm, Hasifa. We got to be calm. We got to be relaxed. Look, game by game, win against IPSWICH, win against Everton. Let's see where we are at Christmas, eh? Let's see where we are at Christmas. If we're doing well around Christmas time, we get until January. We're still in the Europa League, and we can look at then what fixtures we got, and we can calculate and get a little bit more giddy. At the moment, top 4 is a possibility, but we also have to show respect to the 10 teams that are above us at the moment. Those teams can still win. Aston Villa might win today. Chelsea have won today. We get further behind. We have to rely on other teams because of the situation that we've been put in. We have to rely on those other teams to drop points as well. We have to rely on 10 other teams to drop points, guys, which is crazy, isn't it? So we can't be arrogant. We ain't there yet. You know what I mean? But one thing we can do is win football matches. Exactly what Ruben Amorim said yesterday. It doesn't matter really, about how we're playing and stuff like that. At the moment, if we're playing badly, we've got to get results. And that is what's the most important thing. Something we forgot about. Even if you're playing badly, you still have to squeeze results. Squeezing results that are bad at playing badly is a sign of a good team. A great team, as they used to say. Absolutely. Big up, Lucky Singh, 4-2 to me as well. You see, Lucky Singh, guys, he's got the same result as me. Big up, Lucky Singh. Of course, there's a reason United is absolutely mad advanced. There's a reason we're all here today talking about the biggest club in the world with the biggest history in the world, of course, guys. Absolutely. Itch is not scoring 2, Darren. Darren, we shall see, my friend. We shall see. I mean, I hope not. It would make it a very, very nervous game, of course. But, I hope we don't concede goals. But it's just my feeling. It's just a feeling I got in my bones, Darren. It's a feeling I got in my bones, deep down in my soul. Darren, they scored 2 goals against Spurs. They won against Spurs. Absolutely. We've got to show them respect. Absolutely. Like I said, we used to have wingers like Casemiro. I meant that we used to use best wingers. Casemiro and Demo to the right side, Eriksen, Bruno. Yeah, I'm not sure about Eriksen playing. I don't think he's intense enough. I think he's injured anyway. I don't think he's back yet. Big up. That's Spurs. Yeah, Spursy, Darren. That's true. We have to put that into perspective. Darren's put it in perspective. Sorry, Darren. At the end of the day, yeah, it is a Spursy thing to do. Spurs would be Spursy. At the end of the day, Spurs can lose to anyone. Spurs will lose to Accrington Stanley on their day. That is Spurs. Spurs are capable of beating Man United but losing to Accrington Stanley on the Tuesday. That's what they do. You know what I mean? That is what Spurs are all about. Of course, I hope Arsenal wins today so Chelsea don't overhype themselves. I don't want Arsenal. I don't like any of them. Man. I hate them all. I want Man United to win. That's all I care about tomorrow. I can't wish any good or bad on any good on any of those teams. Can't stand them. Saying Spurs, we lost to 3-0. That's Spursy, isn't it? That's Spursy, absolutely. My focus is on the team really ready to come back tomorrow. Next win game. Absolutely. Can't wait for it, Lucky Scene, my friend. Can't wait for it. Can't wait for the vibes and the positivity. I don't like playing Sundays. Darren, I've had a lot of bad experiences when Man United play on a Sunday. I don't know, but have you remember bad experiences on Sunday? I went to a game. Every game I've been to on a Sunday. I used to go to a lot of games, guys. I've been to Anfield. We've lost 2-0. I remember it. Redknapp and scored a goal. Of course, guys. Fowler scored a goal. I've been to like a number of games on there. I've been to Leeds. We've lost 3-1. I think that was on a Sunday. That was in the Christmas time. I think that was on a Sunday as well. We've lost a lot of games. Also, the 1995. Lost the league title. Upton Park, mate. There in the flesh. Of course. Ludo McCloskey became the Bell's best player. That's our history, mate. Anja, we love you. Big up. And no big up to Anjay. Forget Anjay, mate. Anjay. Leave Anjay out of it. So we are 13th, but not hyped. How come? It looks like it's new normal. We're only 4 points from 4th, my friend. My brother, don't worry about it. We're 4 points. Don't worry. It's early days, bruv. It's early days. Let's see what happens. Let's give it some time, guys. Let's not be pessimistic. Let's see what happens in the future, of course. Save of argument. What if Chelsea finished 15th? Sake of argument, I think that's just going to give a lot of toxicity back at Man United. To be honest with you, let me put this into perspective, guys. Man United do well. Man United miraculously get into the top 4. Man United win the Europa League, fantastic. Chelsea come 15th. Sancho comes back to Man United. The toxicity back in the squad. Get out of here. We don't want him anymore. We don't want that nutter any near the club, of course. Absolutely. In short, what the Madrid are doing, we should do the same. But win. Yeah, that's exactly what you got to win, by hook or by crook. Who remembers the 2013 season, our last league title? Of course, guys, 2013. That was. Who remembers that, when we actually played pretty badly the whole season, but won the league comfortably? Win games. That's all you got to do. 1-0, 2-1, 3-2, 4-3, 5-4. No matter what it is, 5-5. You know, just try and get a result out of the game. Remember 5-5 against West Brom on Alex Ferguson's last game for Man United. My God, man, he was annoyed. You remember, he was annoyed. If you use a game properly, use best wingers. Absolutely, I agree, my friend. And game one, absolutely, my friend. I agree with that, my geese. Absolutely, absolutely. So please predict Spurs game. I think 4-0 City win. Bad advance. Can I give you my prediction for that Spurs game? 1-1, 1-1, or 2-1 to Man City. If there's going to be a win, it'll be 2-1 to Man City. But I think 1-1. I'm going for 1-1. I'm going for that. I'm going for that. Drop points, good for Man United. Of course. Sal, do you think Eriksen can play behind the striker? He can. He can do that. But I do think he's too slow for the Ruben Amorim system, if I'm being honest with you. That intensity, Ruben Amorim was pointing that out yesterday in the press conference, that about intensity, about running, about tracking back, about stuff like that. I just don't think it'd be fair for Eriksen to be that intense. I mean, that guy, he has a heart bypass, for goodness sake. We're going to have to be careful with Eriksen. 5 years ago or so, when he played for Tottenham Hotspur, he was too slow back then. And my eldest brother is a big Tottenham fan of 40 years. He lives in New York now. A big football fan of 40 years. And he used to tell me, that Eriksen is slow and stuff like that. And lo and behold, we still have Eriksen. We need more intensity in our team. It's pretty obvious. We need more running in our team, more pace in our team, more effort, if I'm being honest with you. No more slow players, more quick, intense play. Of course. Why are we playing Saturday? I know, because Man United they always save the best to last, don't they? They love Man United. Man United sell tickets. Man United sell subscriptions as well. Of course, guys, absolutely. Sidcraft, I know, has soft spot for Arsenal. I don't, absolutely. I was raised in London, guys. I have no soft spot for Arsenal. Let me tell you a little story about Arsenal, guys. During the 90s, right, Man United used to win. I've been a Man United supporter nearly 40 years, guys. 1989, 90, around that time. And during the 90s, when we did eventually become successful, and Man United used to win the league, 1993, 1994, 1996, 1997, 1999, when we used winning the league during the 90s, right? Arsenal won the league once during the 90s, and that was 1998. They won the cup double, right? And actually, they won the league and cup double, okay? So I never used to give it large when Man United used to win. I never used to be arrogant. I was a very humble guy. I was a quiet guy. I was very humble. And even though we would beat Arsenal all the time and stuff like that, I never used to gloat. I never used to rub it in their face, even though I should in hindsight. But when Arsenal won the league in 1998, it was my last year at school, right? When they won the league in 1998, they really rubbed it in my face, Like, you know what? Literally, it was to the point of, my goodness me, just so much of it was just so intense on the way they were rubbing it in our face. Guys, Arsenal fans are the worst fans. No disrespect to Arsenal Football Club. Arsenal Football Club are a great football club, no doubt. They're not an elite football club, in my opinion. They're not a European powerhouse. They never won European trophy. But you know what? The fans are the biggest issue at Arsenal, if I'm being honest with you. And I will never forget, not only that, when we lost to Barcelona in the Champions League, they were the only fans who were piping up in England. The only ones who were piping up were Arsenal fans. The biggest, most loud, most vocal fans were the Arsenal fans, guys. And I'll never, ever forget that. Never, as long as I live, of course, guys. Very bold of you to say Spurs just beat us out. They thrashed and bullied. They beat us, mate, because we're down to 10 men. Let's not downplay our great Manchester United football team. They beat us because we were down to 10 men. Absolutely. Like, why are we playing Sunday Fisher? Because we're the best, and they want to sell their subscriptions and make it Super Sunday, of course. Ishmael, you're a Scouser lover. Oh, none of that, guys. I hate Chelsea, bro. I don't care about Arsenal. Because you're not raised in England, man advanced. Sorry, bruv. You weren't raised in that period of time. You weren't raised in London. The rivalry between Man United is far greater than Chelsea. It is. Sorry to burst your bubble. We will ready for Confused Impact. Big up. Like I said, go to the nearest Langer. Oh, my goodness me. Have you ever been to Ipswich Town Stadium? Pullman Road, yes, I have. I've been to Norwich as well, just round the corner. Ericsson came out, he performed well. He thought he was going to get a new contract, and now he is going to leave again because he's getting on a little bit. To show respect, he needs to go. Absolutely. So your brother must be heart patient too, being a Tottenham fan. Me, I ran out of tissues how much he was crying every single week. I mean, I felt bad for him. You know, if I could give him some trophies, I would have done that, but I couldn't. He used to lose. They used to lose all the time. You know what I mean? And it was sad. It was sad. It was sad. You know what I mean? And it was, you know, because they used to lose all the time, they created a little bit of a rivalry between me and him. Crystal Palace are winning 2-1. Is it still 2-1, guys? Come on, you Palace. Come on, you Palace. Let's get this in, guys. Absolutely brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Get in, Palace. Absolutely. That's a good result for Man United. Come on. Luckily, when our intensity will have to use correctly, be slow. He's a slow player, mate. We're going to have to move on from that. These older players, we have to move on. Ineos's philosophy is going to be not above 26. So do you eat pulao with your, oh goodness me, palau rice? Absolutely. What, mate? I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what's going on in this chat. So I agree about Arsenal fans. Absolutely. UK, you know it, bruv. You know it, damn, you know it. You understand me? It's one of the worst. We still have a minute minus. Yes, we will get there. Lucky Singh, lucky, my lucky friend. Basically, we have Ruben Amorim coming in tomorrow. It's going to change, a new dawn, a new day, a new light, hopefully. And that's what's going to happen, guys. We have to believe. We have to be confident. We have to be positive, guys. No pessimism in the chat, guys. It's not about the pessimistic hour, of course, guys. Not at all. Ericsson guy being brave. He's brave, yeah, but you know what? We can't. We're not a hospital. We're not a hospital. Absolutely. We'll take a scrappy deflected own goal tomorrow. Absolutely. Amin, 94 minutes off the backside from a corner, off the leg of the Ipswich player, trickling into the net. VIR decision. 1-0 Man United. Take that all day long, mate. All day long. Absolutely. Of course I'll do that. As long as we win the game. Absolutely. Aston Villa drew there. But Sal, you started supporting United in the 90s. I support United winning against Chelsea meant winning the league. I started supporting United in the 80s. Matt Advance did. 1989. 1989, the 80s. I started supporting when winning against Chelsea meant winning the league. I started supporting Man United when Man United won the league, regardless who it was against. When beating Arsenal meant winning the league. That's it. When Arsenal were our biggest rivals and came second against Man United many, many times. You know what I mean? And that was the best rivalry ever in British football history. Arsenal, Man United. Anyone would tell you the biggest rivalry between English teams was Arsenal and Man United. It was Arsenal, Man United. Arsenal, a fantastic side in 1998. That Arsenal side will storm the league today. You know what I mean? Absolutely. That Arsenal side and that Man United, it went all the way up from 1997, 96, 97, 1996, all the way up until about 2003. That rivalry went on and on and on. And that is a proper rivalry between clubs. Man United and Chelsea went with a couple of years. Yes, we had a couple of seasons, of course, guys. Absolutely. On short list of players, I'm saying absolutely. As Arsenal fans have such an ego with absolutely nothing to back it up. The PR without the distribution, I always say. Will you catch Spurs City game? Not today, my friend. Not today. I'm not doing any watch-alongs today. Doing the watch-alongs tomorrow, my friend. Tomorrow, of course. It depends who tunes in. You know what I mean? I don't get obviously if anyone tunes in, I might. So can you see Harry Maskell with a bench tomorrow? I hope so. I really do. What about Liverpool United? Greatest rivalry? Yeah, that's the greatest rivalry of all time. I'm talking about during the 90s was Man United and Arsenal. And you know what? In the Premier League era, in regards to basically ability, skill, ability, managers, it was Arsenal-Man United rivalry. In regards to the biggest rivalry, in regards to historically, it's Man United and Liverpool. It's the biggest rivalry in English football. But Liverpool weren't great then. But that was still the biggest game of the season. Doesn't mean they were biggest. Like at the end of the day, that Liverpool Man United was the biggest game of the season during that period. It always will be at the end of the day. But the most competitive rivalry, was Man United and Man United and Arsenal, guys. Absolutely. Lucky seeing burner account, Sidcraft. Lucky seeing is a burner account of Sidcraft. I don't think so, mate. I don't think so. I mean, Lucky Singh has been there a long time, my friend. Are you goodness me. Yeah. Sid, our main target, so Anthony. Absolutely. Lucky Singh is a good guy, man. Absolutely. Darren, Lucky Singh is a brilliant guy. Absolutely. Liv can go in January. He probably will. He might go in January, guys. We have to wait and see what happens in regards to that. You know what? There's going to be a lot of changes over the next few months, guys, next weeks. And you know what? One thing I would say to you, beautiful people, is just stay positive. And you know what? don't be too expecting that it's going to change overnight, because something could happen. You know what I mean? Anytime. No, we're going to change the formation, the players, the new manager, etc. There's a lot of players there that need to go still. They're still at our football club. They need to go. And you know what? I mean, we have to just believe and support the football team tomorrow. I will be here for the watch along tomorrow. And I'm looking forward to it, guys. I'm really excited to see the lineup. I'm really excited to see what happens in regards to the lineup. Can't wait. And when we get that lineup, I'll be here live with you guys, giving you the lowdown and stuff like that. Can't wait for it. Excited, of course. How did you find two cold managers in the 90s? Roy Evans, one of them. Did you find? Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? Gerard Houllier and Roy Evans. Never going to work. Said it back then. It was never going to work. That's why Roy Evans had to leave. Look, when you got two massive egos, guys. When you got two massive egos, one of them has to go, doesn't it? I think it was Rafa Benitez, wasn't it? Anyway, it was Gerard Houllier, I think. When you got two massive egos, you know, it's never going to work. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, they're always going to have their own own feelings about football. Of course, guys, but Roy Evans wasn't a great manager for Liverpool. He was rubbish. And during that period, Liverpool were rubbish during the 90s, especially. You know, I know they won the Coca-Cola Cup back then, which is the League Cup today. They won that against Bolton Wanderers at Wembley. Those who remember, those who know. Steve McManaman scored a goal, of course, guys. Yeah, they won the League Cup every now and then, but they weren't really a fantastic team. And that's about it. If you know, you know. So Lindelof is injured. Not even in the Indian League would take him. I'm not sure about that. Indian Leighton Orient can win the Indian League. Let go Florentina and Alphonso Davies, Andrew Gomez. Let's say wait and see, my friend. Absolutely. Pakistan League low. Pakistan League. I'd rather sign for the Pakistan League than the Indian League. Mad about your football. Pakistan time is from Pakistan to absolute. Yeah, I mean, Pakistan's a fantastic country. Fantastic country, absolutely. Brilliant country. Let's not take the mick out of Pakistan. Fiorentina will take Lindelof, absolutely. Sal, your most satisfying Liverpool moment. For me, it was, dare I say, that was satisfying, but my most satisfying moment goes back when because I don't like glorifying other people's misfortunes, even though that was lovely. That was lovely. I think one of the most beautiful times to be a Man United supporter against Liverpool was Eric Cantona in the 1996 Eric last minute goal against Liverpool in the FA Cup final in 1996. That felt lovely. That felt beautiful. That felt beautiful, guys. Absolutely. Ipswich will sit back and hammer and ball, emphasis on doing simple things. This is one thing, GK, that Man United do struggle with. It's people who play teams who play the low block. Let's see what we do. Let's see if tactically we can outwit them. Let's see that. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to seeing that. Ipswich do play a 4-4-2. Let's not remember, guys. Let's not forget they do play a 4-4-2, of course. Saw the UK PM at the Emirates Stadium. Big up. GK, who won the Maharashtra elections? I have no clue, mate. Absolutely. Don't care about Indian elections and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Another weakness is close to a counter. If someone at Ipswich good at they can have trouble him. Absolutely, absolutely. The only thing I know about India is Raj from the Big Bang Theory. That's about it. That's it. I just checked 200 Pakistan max. How is it? Fantastic. No hate. Absolutely. I just checked 200 Aki in Pakistan max. What do you mean? What do you mean? No one in the South Asian continent can play football. That's a reality. No one can. GK, hopefully we use the best things right now. Diallo, Mason Mount, absolutely. Mina, Grow Right, Wing Party 1. Narendra Modi, I have no idea who that is. So we're talking about football here anyway, guys. It's all about football here, guys. And Manchester United, no politics, of course. 200 Aki in Pakistan. 200. Pakistan doesn't have a H in it, my advance said, by the way. It's not Pakistan. Are you Chris Eubank? Pakistan. Are you Pakistan? I'm going to Pakistan. It's Pakistan with a T and an A and an N. Absolutely. Only 60 years old, Pakistan is. Absolutely. Don't worry. Big up Pakistan. What's 2,000 Aki in Pakistan? What's that? I don't know what that is, mate. Sal hates Brexit and the government. Hate government. I hate Brexit. I hate politics, GK. You're spot on, my friend. Absolutely. Hate Brexit. So, on what basis should Amaran pick his lineup tomorrow? Based on his own feelings, stick to his philosophy, stick to his own mind. That's what he needs to do. The most important thing. Don't be swayed by outside pressure. You pick the team you feel is going to win. That's all we need to do. And that's all I care about. No matter what the team is, I'm happy at the end of the day. To the rest of the day, can you read my Onana comment? Let me have a look. Where is your Onana comment, bro? Oh, yeah, I see it. Let me have a look. Another weakness is close encounter. If some player of Ipswich has no H in it. Ipswich are good. They can trouble him. Otherwise, he will be on. I think Onana's been okay this season, GK. If I'm being totally honest, we're being fair on Onana. I think he's been okay this season, guys. I really do, guys. Absolutely think he's good. But you know what? We're hoping for a great game tomorrow. That's all we're hoping for at the end of the day. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. It's worst pollution. The issue of the world. Last records in India. Absolutely. Both very, very polluted. Absolutely. Very, very polluted countries. At the end of the day, who cares? Who cares? At the end of the day, the whole world is polluted, isn't it? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, they're great countries. India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. Don't have no rivalries. Love and unity. Love and unity. Same people, guys. Same people who were destroyed by the British Empire, my friends. Remember that. Britain won. Britain won. So make sure, you know what? Be kind. Same people, same accent, similar languages, guys. So you know what? Love, kindness, no ignorance, no xenophobia. It's all about that on this channel, guys. Unity and world love. Human power. Human power. That's what it's all about for me. Absolutely. Like I say, new manager, stay calm, compose. Or if the new players prove themselves, pick them. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Sal, you should plan some vacation with a Barbie wife to East Europe. Nice place. Been there, seen it, done it. Been all over Europe. I'm from London, so I went over Europe loads of times, there and back loads of times, of course. So I meant pick up the lineup based on players playing, performance based on the last 3 games performance. For me, if I was going to pick the lineup, right, Mazraoui right back, centre back is going to be Euro, De Ligt, and Leacher. I know that Euro don't play, but you know what? If not, Maguire in that right side. Left back for me is Harry Amas, even though you know it's left back. If not, I'll play Garnacho left wing back. You know, I'll play Mainu and Ugarte, but Casemiro has been playing fantastically well. So you know what? Ugarte and Casemiro. The number 10 position. The number 10 positions are difficult. It'll be Bruno, and it will be Ahmed. Up front, Højlund. I mean, New Delhi is a smoking-free cigarettes. They also slums there too. You know what I mean? It's one of the most poverty places in the world, of course. But you know what? It is what it is. The rich rule the town. So no, my country pollution is a 6 Aki, which is top. It's not, mate. Absolutely not. No one cares anyway about your country, mate. At the end of the day, good luck to your country, but no one cares about politics here or pollution. So we need a consultant professional how to clean prosperous country. Absolutely. Modi has destroyed the unity and brotherhood in India. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Absolutely. 22 likes. Come on, guys. Can we get any more? Can we start? If any works out from Amrin, you see. I'm from England, by the way, guys. England. That's where I'm from. Absolutely. But I back Pakistan. It's a great country. Absolutely. I've been to Pakistan and India and Bangladesh. I loved all of them. I thought they were brilliant in their different ways. Brilliant countries, lovely people. Guys, all watching, like the stream. Thank you very much, guys. Absolutely. Guys, please like. Actually, just one click. Thank you very much, guys, for joining me today. It's been fantastic. Absolutely. It's all about football. It's all about Ruben Amorim. That's all we care about at the end of the day. Nothing else. English football. And that's all we care about, guys. Absolutely. Have a fantastic evening, night, morning, wherever you are in the world. Brilliant. Love each other. Be kind. Have a great evening. Best of luck. See you tomorrow for Breaking Dawn. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Thank you very much. Peace.